from Alaska, Mr. Young.
Mr. Jarvis, welcome to the committee. I know you have no surprise that I'm going to ask you about the Yukon Charlie. After I talked to you in my office about the incident on the river, I have received 20 separate cases of abuses of the Park Service since that case, 20 different cases by your personnel. And as you recall, you made a pledge to work with me to correct the behavior of the law enforcement rangers and the management of the Yukon Charlie Preserve. What have you done to correct your current management and law enforcement officers?
Congressman Young, we have intervened pretty aggressively in Alaska with both the regional director and the superintendent at Yukon Charlie to have a great discussion and around your concerns and the concerns of the local communities in and around Yukon Charlie about the level of enforcement, our authorities in that area, and recognition that we're part of the community up there. And I believe that there is a sort of a newfound appreciation for a working relationship in the community. I know that for a while there was.
I have not on today, so I just I want to ask because I'm limited on time.
Okay.
It's ironic to me that we've got a letter here from the City Council of Eagle asking for a replacement of those that are employed there, unanimously signed, and actually they say that there's no way there can be a working relationship. And what disturbs me, I have received a letter from your regional director, Sue Mascara, or her name is, and that she says, I have strong confidence in the manager and employees of Yukon Charlie Rivers and do not intend to move anybody. Well, that's a non-starter. There is no relationship there, sir, none. And she's got a real snotty attitude. And I've told her that. She doesn't believe she should be working with the local people. She won't even visit up there. Now, have you checked and see when she's gone and had a meeting with them?
I believe she has intent to go there. I do not know off the top of my head whether she has actually gone.
Again, sir, you're head of this department. And to have the attitude that they're doing, they believe it's their park. It is not their park. This is the people's park. And, I get very concerned, By the way, what background check do you run on people that are hired by the Park Service?
We run, particularly for our law enforcement employees, we run an extensive background check. The two individuals that were the principals in the case, one was born in Alaska. And
it doesn't make the difference where he's born. Did you run a background check?
Yes.
You did. And what did you find in one of the employees that did the arresting?
I personally not have reviewed that background.
Would you believe that you would find out one, it has about 20 different charges against him? DUIs, impersonating an officer, etc. down the line. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Well, I would suggest your regional director start looking into that. And the attitude of pulling a shotgun on a Alaskan residence. In fact, what bothers me, there was a statement by your department that says that you had jurisdiction to stop a boat on the moving water of the Yukon River. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Where did you get that jurisdiction?
We believe through the creation of the Yukon Charlie National Preserve that...
That's not what ANELCA says. What does ANELCA say? Section 103C, no lands which before, on, or after December 2nd, 1980 are conveyed to the state, to any native corporation, or any private party shall be subject to the regulation applicable solely to public lands within those units. That's our water. And what gives them the authority to pull that boat over?
Based on our attorney's advice to us, we do have jurisdiction on the water.
And that's the battle between the state and your
correct.
department. You're trying to establish the fact, and under ANELCA, I had to fight with your secretary the other day, you don't have that authority. We'll win that in court. But I was told by your regional director that the Coast Guard gave them the authority to do so, to check a boat. Is that correct?
I believe we are acting in compliance with and in partnership with the U.S. Coast Guard.
And the Coast Guard says no. I've talked to the Coast Guard. You don't have that authority. We're not going to give it to you. So you're saying they gave it to you and you took it without asking them?
I was not involved in that discussion, so I don't
Well, I
really
once
know
again go
specifics.
back to your regional director. And those people are doing this because you're not getting along in Alaska. And for a long time, you were doing a good job.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, everything okay? No, I'm sorry.
Don't get me started right now. I'm going to move the strike to the last word.
I won't do that again.